Mary, don't shoot.
I was just straightening up. Steve's in the shower, I think. Was he expecting you?
No, actually, I came to see you. Your mother told me I'd find you here. I want to tell you I meant what I said last night.
About what?
About being willing to help you find Christy. We can start right now, if you like.
We want help. We'll ask a friend. That's a mega-rich shyster who's trying to ease his conscience. Keppel, go home. We don't need your charity.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me.
What has gotten into you? Couldn't you say no, thank you? You had to insult him?
Don't you tell me what to do!
You're about to hit me. Like you did before, a long time ago.
Well, I lost my head. I'm sorry. The strain of this whole thing's starting to get to me. Mary, I would never hurt you.
But you did once. And I remember how scared I was after that.
Nothing happened just now, did it? Told you, I wasn't thinking for a second. Well, it's been a rough few days, you know? I don't like losing. Those days were all behind us.
Yeah, so did I.
Shh, don't wake up my parents, okay?
Sorry.
That's all I need is for them to find out you spent the night here. Actually, they'll probably find out anyway. I don't care.
What? Gina?
I wonder what she's doing here.
Search me. What time is it?
It's about 8:30. Why?
I think we ought to call someone and tell them about Christy. What do you think?
Ted, what are you going to tell them? You still don't know anything about her.
I know. But maybe if we put our heads together, we can figure out where she might be. If this rapist is after her, I mean, where would she go?
That is not your job. Now, if I were you, I'd start worrying about getting some protection for yourself.
My God, I'm bleeding.
No, you're not, tough guy. It's paint. Don't call the rescue squad.
You're painting. You're
Yeah,
painting.
I'm sorry.
You're painting at 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah, I've been painting since 7. Hope you like red. It's the only can of paint you had. I think we're gonna need some more soon, too.
Eden, what's wrong with the way it was?
The way it was the way Santana wanted it.
Well, Santana's a professional decorator, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but I don't think she wanted it in a professional capacity. She wanted to make points with you.
Sweetheart, as cute as you look up there, don't you think it's a little dangerous to be wobbling around on a ladder on a boat? Plus a little dumb to be painting a place, especially red, that we're going to be moving out of in a little while?
Who says we're moving out?
You did. You said, under no circumstances will I live in these unbearably cramped quarters. That's an exact quote.
Well, I changed my mind. And you can quote me on that.
Are you kidding?
Would I be wasting my arm power if I was?
But you were dead set against it, Eden. This is major concession time. Unless we want something in return. Is that what's going on here, little girl? You give in on this, and then I give in on who knows what else? Got the ticket?
You know, you are a very good detective.
Ah, yes. Lawman's logic never fails. So why don't you describe for me in detail just what it is you want me to do for you, baby?
I just want one thing.
Name it.
Quit your job?
You gotta be kidding.
No, I'm serious.
I'm proud of what I do, and I thought you were too.
It has nothing to do with pride.
What about all that nice stuff you said about the work I did on Ted's case?
You were fantastic. You're a fantastic cop. You're very good at what you do, but even good cops get hurt. I mean, especially the ones that are good that usually get hurt, and I don't know if I could deal with that if anything happened to you.
Oh. Well, come here. Come here. Now, you listen to me. Nothing is going to happen to me because I won't let it.
Now, you can't promise that to me. I read the papers. I see what happens. I do not want to be one of those 30-year-old widows that the mayor hands out medals to.
Look, I'm one of the most alert guys out there, honestly. I mean, I'm very well trained, and once I'm married to you, I'm going to be thinking about it every day. You know, take care of myself.
You can't do anything about some lunatic that goes berserk at a stakeout. You can't do anything about that. Accidents happen, and accidents happen more in your profession than any others.
And what am I supposed to do with my training, with all my experience? Huh? Just throw it out. What, are you going to start hiring security guards at the Capitol Hotel or something?
You could get any other kind of job. You just haven't explored the possibilities.
I'm not going to quit my job.
Great, so I have to just sit around here day by day and just wait for someone to knock on the door to bring home my husband in a box.
You're asking me to give up a big part of myself, and I can't do that. I'd rather move into your family's house than do that.
Really? Oh, Cruz.
Well, that was a figure of speech.
Well, no, I mean, if we're talking about compromises here, I think it's about time you compromised on something.
Now, why do I get the feeling I've been set up here by a master?
No, now if you think about it, you were always very reluctant to move into our house because you were afraid everyone was going to bother us and they were going to be on our heels, so we could have our own wing. And we don't even have to have guests if we don't want to.
Eden, get real. I can't move into your daddy's house.
Well, I mean, just temporarily until we find something else.
This is... Hello?
Cruz, this is Cece. Is Eden there?
Yes, she is, Mr. C. Hang on. It's for you. It's your dad.
Daddy, you okay?
Yes, honey, but I need to see you today as soon as possible. There are some urgent things that I need to go over with you.
Well, are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. But this is something that should be taken care of without delay. Can you come over right now?
Sure. I'll be right there. Bye.
No, wait a second. You're not going anywhere until we settle this thing.
Oh, now, come on. It is settled, at least temporarily. It makes much more sense to live in a nice, spacious house than to live in this place and until we find something else.
I'd never agreed to that.
Well, you will, because you're a reasonable man, and you'll think about it, and you'll agree about it.
Eden, wait a second. Don't, wait, Eden! We're not...
Hi.
Miss Cadwell, I don't believe we've formally met. I'm Ken Goodwin, acting DA.
Oh, yes. Actually, Cruz and I were just talking about some job-related changes he might want to present to you.
Miss Capel was just leaving, actually, Ken.
Think about it. You may not have an opportunity to do this.
I'll talk to you later. After you get done with your father, give me a call, will you?
Love you.
Thanks. Great to see you. Yeah. Coming in, my man. Please forgive the mess around here. We're painting. What brings you all the way out here?
I need to talk to you about Steve Bassett.
You know, so many times during the trial, I felt like you were angry with Christy for not trying hard enough, for making mistakes. But, Steve, she was doing the best that she could, and you were making her feel like she let you down somehow.
Look, that's all over now. I don't know why you keep dwelling on it.
Because when she comes back, I don't want you taking out those feelings on her anymore. Promise me you won't.
I don't promise anything. I haven't done anything wrong.
But Steve, she is so nervous around you. Tell me something. With all the pressure and the frustration you've been feeling, have you ever hit Christy? Just tell me the truth.
I don't think I'm going to dignify that with an answer.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I know this is early, but Lincoln and I, we got some news about Christy. Can we come in?
Yeah, sure.
You both know Lake and Lockridge. She was with me when we got this call.
Did Christy call again?
Yeah, she called my house and asked for Ted.
Did you get any idea where she was?
No, that's just it. She wouldn't say. She said she wanted to warn me.
About what?
She said that the real rapist is after Ted and that he better think about getting some protection.
Yeah.
But you couldn't find out where she was calling from.
Well, at first I thought she was at this train station because I heard this train noises in the background. But then when I listened close, I didn't hear the noises that you'd hear at a train station. You know, people's voices and stuff like that. It was just kind of quiet and hollow sounding, except for that train.
You know, I bet she is at the house in Ventura because there's a train track right near there. And every night, like about 6:30, you know how the train would go by and you couldn't even hear the TV until it passed.
6:30 is the time she called, wasn't it? About 6:30?
Yeah, it was.
You know, I didn't realize the phone was still connected there. I guess Mom forgot to have it disconnected.
Well, maybe she went out to get some food or something. What do you think?
Maybe she's just not answering the phone.
Or she's someplace else entirely.
Well, I think we ought to go on down there and just check it out, just to be sure.
No, listen, I got a better idea. I got a friend in the Ventura Police Department. I'll ask him to swing by and observe the place, see if anyone's living there. So there's no sense going down there until we're sure. Can I speak to Ron Post, please? Ron, it's Steve Bassett. Yeah, it's been tough on Christy. Listen, did you ever meet her? Good. Yeah, she took off her day or so ago, and we think she might be staying at our old place in Ventura, South Chestnut. Right. Listen, could you go by and check to see if anyone's there? You don't have to apprehend her or anything. Just call me back at 555-8674. Let me know if anything's cooking. I'll take it from there.
Hello? Maggie, I'm glad you called. Look, how's Ben? Did he have the operation? Canceled, why? No, I don't understand. What, they stopped payments? God, I might have expected as much of the Campwells when Maggie, I honestly believed. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So you got nothing, huh? The check bounced. Yeah, you must be going crazy. Well, look, you tell those doctors to reschedule, all right? I'm sending the money myself. No, I'm going to do it, okay? CC will not get away with this. Yeah, Maggie, I'll call you back.
Hello, Warren.
What are you doing here?
Well, your mother and I were talking last night in the Orient Express, and to tell the truth, I had a little too much to drink, so she brought me back here. Now, I'm very, very grateful, but I really have to get home.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. In the meantime, you might as well know that I'm not going to let your husband get away with what he did to Maggie Gillis.
Wait, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I thought I heard a door slam. You wouldn't leave without a word, would you?
No, but I do have to get back. Thank you for driving me home last night. I think I was a little bit tipsy.
A little bit. I tried to propel you to the guest room, and you keeled over on the sofa. Couldn't have been too comfortable.
Oh, no, I slept very well, as a matter of fact. I did have a lot of weird dreams, though. You were in one of them. You said something about Channing Jr. You said that Cece wasn't really his father, but your husband Lionel wasn't. And then Lionel is the one that got Sophia pregnant, not Cece, but Sophia didn't tell anybody about it. She lied all these years. It's true! Brandon isn't Cece's grandson after all. Oh, good!
Gina, do you remember what you said last night?
I don't remember too much about last night, no.
Well, let me refresh your memory. You told me that you would not tell anyone what I had said to you.
Oh, Augusta, I wasn't thinking clearly. If I was, I wouldn't have promised you anything. This is the best bit of information I've had in years.
This could be a very big mistake, Gina.
No, I've been trying to get Sophia out of Cece's life for ages. And this is the one thing that just might do it. Oh, Augusta, you can't deny me this.
Do you really think that this is going to get you into Cece's good graces by telling him something like this? He may throw you out along with Sophia.
Well, I'll take my chances, just as long as Sophia gets thrown out, too.
Think about Brandon. He's a Capwell. He stands to get all of life's blessings. If Cece finds out he's Lionel's, he'll throw him out. You don't want to turn his little life upside down.
Well, you're right. I should think about that first.
Gina, this is not as simple as it seems. You may be making more trouble than you intend. Look, promise me you won't do anything until you talk to me, all right?
All right, I won't say anything for now, but that's all I'm going to promise.
All right, thanks. You won't regret it.
The only thing I regret is drinking so much last night.
Let me get you some aspirin.
No, I don't need aspirin. I just need a ride home.
Oh, darling, I'm sorry. I'm late for the hairdresser, but wait a minute. If you come with me, I'll drop you on the way back.
I don't want to watch you getting shampooed. And I don't want to spend the entire morning here. I'll just walk home. That's all right.
Don't be ridiculous. You can't walk in California. Here, sit down. Have some magazines. The maid will make you some nice breakfast, and I'll be back soon. Bye.
Can't walk in California?
Thank you for calling. Unfortunately, I'm otherwise engaged at the moment, but if you'll leave your number and any other pertinent information, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You may speak as long as you wish.
Mason, it's Gina. I'm at the Lockridges. I'll explain that later. But what I need right now is a ride home. Yeah, can you get over here as soon as possible? Yeah, I'll make it worth your while. I have a piece of information that's gonna make you the happiest man in the world. Bye.
Come on, kid, answer the phone. You gotta be there. She's not there. Where is she?
Hi, we're just wondering if you've heard anything from your friends at the police department.
No, not yet. But he'll let me know as soon as he hears anything.
Okay.
Maybe that's him now. Hello?
Steve, it's Ken Goodwin. I need to speak with you this morning. I'm at Cruz Castillo's boat. You know where it is?
Yeah.
Well, then get here as soon as you can. We have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, look, Ron, I appreciate everything you've done, so, I want to thank you for trying. Right, bye. He's, cased the place thoroughly. There's no sign of anybody. He's very sure no one's been there in the past few days, so, guess we're, back to the drawing board, right?
That hurts, man. I thought we had something here.
Who would be calling me here? Oh, it's probably just the wrong number. It could be Steve. Please, God, don't let it be Steve. Don't let him find me. Please.
Hi, Daddy. What's up?
Come on, honey, sit down for a second. I want to talk about the future, specifically about the future of the corporation.
I thought it was doing real well.
Oh, it is. I just want to take steps to make it continue to do well once I'm not around to oversee the details.
Daddy, I don't like you talking that way. You're fine. The doctor says you could live many years if you're careful.
No, Eden. The doctor told me that maybe I have a few months, maybe a few hours. Look, honey, we can't hide from the facts. Now, I've come to terms with it. I'm counting on you to do the same thing. There's a reason that I'm confiding in you, Eden. I love Ted and Kelly, but you're the one more like me.
Yeah, hard-headed and difficult.
That's right. But honey, you also have an instinct for business that seems to have a life of its own. I wouldn't trust the company to anyone else, but to you after I'm gone.
But Daddy, you're not talking about just managing a hotel. You're talking about managing a huge corporation.
Donna, you're going to learn. Look, I have asked Jack Lee to advise you. He knows the corporation inside out. Now, together, you may take Capital Enterprises farther than I ever thought I was ever able to.
Daddy, I don't like you talking about yourself in the past tense. You're here. You're the head of the corporation. You're just giving up.
No, I'm not giving up. No, it's just the opposite. I'm providing for something that I have given a lot of my life to. I want to make sure that it's in good hands and it'll thrive and prosper. And these two very dear, very strong hands.
Daddy, I don't think we could possibly do without you.
You'll do fine. You and Cruz will get married. You'll be able to look to him for advice. He's a good man, honey. Love him. Trust him. He'll give you all the strength you need.
It means a lot to me to have your blessing.
Well, then take my advice. Don't wait to get married. Do it right. I mean, even if you have to elope. With all this confusion, it would be unfair if your wedding plans were postponed or lost in the shuffle.
But if we elope, then you can't be there.
I'll be there in spirit. My heart's always with you, you know that. It's time for me to take my medicine. I've got to go upstairs. I love you, honey.
I love you too, darling.
Just tell me, Gina, it's too early in the day for guessing games.
No, this is too good. It's the ultimate. Even in your wildest dreams, you couldn't come up with this possibility.
You said it was about Channing. Now, what is it, Gina?
No, I want to build this up slowly. Now, I'll give you a hint. What is the one thing that would have guaranteed you never would have had to take a back seat to Channing and his family?
Well, I suppose if he'd never been born, that might have helped.
You're getting warm, Mason, very warm.
Oh, Gina, please, I'm not in the mood to pursue this.
Well, you're no fun at all today, are you?
I'm sorry. I'm still rankled about last night. It's been a while since I let my father get to me like that. Didn't put me in a very good mood for playing games.
Well, you're right. I'll tell you. Go ahead, sit down.
Gina.
Oh, Mason, you're going to thank me for this. You're going to be so grateful. You'll feel liberated. This will be the most important day of your life. It'll be like starting a new...
Gina, will you shut up and get on with it?
All right. Here it is. Channing Capwell wasn't Channing Capwell.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, Mason, he was Channing Lockridge.
Lockridge? What?
Channing was the son of Sophia and Lionel, not Cece.
Gina, you've turned into a raving lunatic.
No, it's true. I got this from a very reliable source. And this person is just scared stiff that I'm going to tell the whole world.
Gina, you wouldn't joke about something like this. Start some nasty rumor to get back at Dad for divorcing you, would you?
Mason, I'm not stupid. I wouldn't repeat something like this unless I was absolutely 100% sure it was true. Now, Sophia kept the secret for years. But a few weeks ago, someone finally found out the truth.
But if it's true, Gina, is it? Channing was Lionel's son, not Dad's?
Yes, I'm positive.
Then that means that Channing is no relation to me whatsoever. That's too incredible.
I swear it's true.
No, Gina, secrets like that don't stay buried for long. Someone would have found out before now.
No, Sophia was very, very clever. And I guess she wasn't counting on Augusta.
Augusta?
Yes, Augusta found out the truth.
And Augusta told you all this?
Well, she didn't mean to. Last night at the Orient Express, it just slipped out. Mason, I couldn't wait to tell you.
Oh, Gina. Still, I want to talk to Augusta about it. I want to hear it in her words.
Well, why? You already know everything you need to know.
I still want some confirmation from her. Now, it's not because I don't believe you, Gina, but we lawyers like to have our corroborating testimony.
All right, but she went out for a little while, she said. But knowing Augusta, that could be hours.
I'll wait. Nice going.
Oh, I knew you'd like that, Mason. Now, how do I get home to Brandon?
Take my car. I'll walk over and pick it up later. Whatever, but Gina...
What?
If this information proves accurate, it's going to be invaluable to us both. We have to be very careful about where and when we use it. Do you understand that?
So?
So, I mean, try to control yourself, okay? Don't let anything slip to Sophia or Dad or anyone else for that matter. This is a big one, sweetheart. This is like rain after a 30-year drought, and we don't want to waste a drop of it. Oh my. Ain't we gonna have fun now?
Gina? Sorry I'm late, but DJ kept me waiting 20 minutes. I was gonna leave, but he sweet-talked me as usual. Glad I stayed. Did a wonderful job, don't you think?
Yes, it's very nice.
Mason, where's Gina?
She wanted to go see Brandon, so I lent her my car.
Why didn't you go with her?
Because I wanted to talk to you.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm very busy now.
I'm too busy to gossip, Augusta, especially about Sophia.
Sophia?
Sophia and her somewhat questionable past.
That woman can't keep anything to herself for one day.
I'm the only person she told, Augusta. She trusts me.
Then I should have taken her with me.
I just wanted to make sure that it was true. You wouldn't be inventing all this just to stir up a little trouble, would you, Augusta?
What? I wanted to see if she'd believe me. I'm surprised she remembered anything. She had quite a bit to drink last night.
Then it's not true.
Of course not. Good heavens, that's much too outrageous.
Well, I didn't think so. Sophia's much too fine a person to perpetuate a lie like that. You know, I had my problems with her in the beginning, but now that I've come to know her, I couldn't respect her anymore if she were my own mother. Her goodness and simplicity just win you over after a while. It's rare that you run into somebody that honest.
Please, you're making me nauseous.
Then don't insult me. I believe Gina.
Mason, please don't do anything rash without thinking about the consequences. I've been trying to explain to Gina how important it is to keep us to ourselves. Please.
Don't worry, Augusta. I couldn't agree with you more. I don't plan to tell a soul.
Good.
Dad's had a few too many surprises in the past few days. If he found out Sophia had been lying to him all this time, I think it might push him right over the edge.
So it's only you and Gina and I that know, aside from my mother-in-law.
Minx knows about all this?
Yes, I found out indirectly through her.
Minx knew. What about Lionel?
No, and I want it that way. Please, talk to Gina. She's the only one I'm worried about. I'm afraid she's going to lose control of herself.
I'll do my best. If this does come out, and it will someday, I want to be the one controlling when, where, and how. This is a revelation that has to be carefully engineered, Augusta. Needs an expert.
You were aware, weren't you, Steve, that Inspector Castillo was conducting an investigation into the nature of those shirt fibers?
Yes, but I thought it was pretty unlikely they could piece together the exact shirt the rapist wore from just a few straight fibers.
Those are assumptions, Bassett. Sloppy, damaging assumptions. The minute you found out that Castillo was working with that shirt thing, you should have made it your business to follow through and find out whether it could clarify some aspect of the case.
Well, with all due respect, the DA himself approached Cruz before the trial to tell him to drop his investigation.
That was before he knew about the findings. Believe me, if the DA's health had permitted him to continue with this trial, we would have seen right away that what Cruz was coming up with was important. And at that point, we would have insisted that the investigation continue with the full support of the district attorney's office. You left yourself wide open, looking as if you might be suppressing evidence.
Now, wait a minute. I don't know what Cruz told you before I got here.
Oh, he hadn't said a word. I'd drawn my own conclusions already. You knew all along that Ted Capwell was innocent, but you covered it up. You hid the fact that there was another rapist out there because you wanted to win the case.
That's not true.
You've done serious damage to the credibility of the district attorney's office. And as acting DA, it's my job to inform you that you won't be needing your services in the future.
Wait a minute. I worked my tail off on that case. Now you need a scapegoat, huh? So I'm elected.
You can clean out your desk any time today. Goodbye, Cruz.
Kim, thanks for your time. You got it. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, Cruz. Yeah. Time and what else? Boy, you must have done quite a job on me, Castillo.
You know, actually, Steve, all we talked about was my part in the investigation. We didn't even discuss you.
Oh, don't you think I know what's going on here? The Capels are up in arms because their baby boy had to stand trial, so they lean on you, they lean on the DA to make it up to them. And you guys get together to carve out your pound of flesh. Gotta keep the Capels happy. What are we gonna do, huh? Fix it so Steve Bassett loses his job, punish the mean man who asked Teddy all those nasty questions on the stand, huh?
Steve, the Capwells had nothing to do with this.
Do they know what I could have done to their boy? When I saw Christy coming out with something big, I could have taken her off the stand. If I wanted to win so bad, I could have stopped this thing from going any further. The case would have gone to the jury, and Ted Capel will be serving the maximum right now. Do they know that?
Look, man, you're in the wrong place. You got a beef with somebody else. You take it up with them.
You can tell your friends. The truth is, I saved their son. They owe me. One day they're gonna pay up.
I don't care. I wanna see for myself.
Ted, the police said nobody was there. Ted, nobody was there.
I'm going there anyway. I still think Christy could have gone out and she's planning to come back later.
Well, what if it was a rapist who was down there that chased her out? Did you ever think of that? He could be down there waiting for you, too.
Well, I don't think that's gonna happen.
What does it take you to realize you're in danger? She called to warn you. You should start taking her seriously.
Yeah, well, I'll just be careful.
Ted, wait! Steve. I'll call Steve.
Where are you going? Did your boyfriend call and tell you to come right over so we could share the good news?
What are you talking about?
Cruz just fixed it, so I'm out of a job. Of course, he didn't do it alone. I know he had plenty of help from your family.
Well, I'm sorry if that happened. I have to go.
You better listen, because I can probably prove it was you or your father that made the call to the DA.
What call?
You wanted restitution for Ted, so you had Patterson fire me. Let me tell you something. It's only thanks to me that your brother didn't get the book thrown at him. I plan to make that very clear to your father right now.
No, I'm sorry. You are not going in to see my father. He is not well and he's not seeing visitors.
Well, he'll see this visit.
No, he will not. You take one more step, and I'll have you thrown off this property. You are trespassing, Mr. Bassett. And from the way it sounds, it'll just be one more thing to add to the list.
I'll be back. I'm not gonna let this drop, Miss Capel. And all your money, all your threats aren't gonna scare me away. I'm gonna set the record straight on this if it's the last thing I do.
Christy? Christy!
Phone's working.
Here's your stuff. Yep. Oh, man.
Hello?
Lakin, she's here. Her stuff's here. The door's been unlocked. There's no doubt about it.
Ted, I've been so worried about you. I've been trying to contact Cruz and Steve. You know, I still don't think it's too late to have the police in on this.
Lakin, let me handle this my way. Now, I'm gonna wait for Christy, and I'll just see you when we get back, okay? Goodbye.
Is deserting your own mother.
Oh, she doesn't even see me. All she sees is the bottom of a bottle.
She still needs you, Mary. You can spend the rest of your life on your knees praying and singing hymns and pretending it's all holy. But the truth is, you're walking out on all the people who need you. You do this big number about loving God, you don't even love your own family.
What family? You call this a family? The way your father's been?
Mary, I'm sorry.
Are you going to take a nap?
Am I going to take it? No.
Well, I just assumed you were going to because you look so tired.
Really, I feel fine, Gina.
Well, I could certainly understand if you were tired. A person loses a lot of sleep when they try to keep secrets. It's really a strain, I know, because I'm trying to keep a secret right now.
Gina, I didn't even know you were back. You spent the whole night out. Not that I minded, but I even had to get Brandon his breakfast this morning.
And I'm sure you went running to tell Cece so he could add that to his list of things that make me an unfit mother.
Certainly not. Cece has too much on his mind.
Well, just in case you'd like to know, I was with Augusta Lockridge last night. I spent the night over there.
You did? Augusta Lockridge. I didn't know you two were pals.
We are now. When you share stories like the one she shared with me, you develop a bond. I could hardly believe at first what she told me. I'm still trying to decide whether it's true. If it is, Sophia, watch out.
Augusta, what have you done? Well, I'm going to find out.
Hello, Sophia. Where's Dad?
Your father is in there with Warren Lockridge. I don't know what they're talking about, but it sounds rather heated.
Oh, I know what it's about. He's decided to play fast and loose with poor Maggie Gillis. He's reneged on her settlement, Sophia. I'm not going to let him get away with it.
Mason, wait.
Cece, we're talking major headlines here. Now, I'll keep them there all the way to the Supreme Court if I have to.
Mason used questionable tactics to get me to make that settlement. Now, he threatened me. Oh, I'll be glad to testify to that.
Nobody fools Cece Capwell. Everybody knows that. You just reneged on your deal.
You know, you might want to tell Mrs. Gillis that I am ready to thrash this thing around for 10 years if necessary. I just hope she has the stamina to go the distance.
You know, she might not, but I do. You guys can't keep buying off judges and stalling forever. One of these days, CC, you're going to run out of friends in high places, and I'm going to be there to see that you get what you deserve.
Warren, what happened?
He said he's going to take it to court. He doesn't care about the publicity. He just plans to deny the whole thing.
Let me at him.
Mason?
Gina, what are you smiling about? You told anyone what Augusta told you?
No, I hinted around a little bit, but I didn't mention any names.
Well, I think Sophia may have gotten the hint. I saw her just now. She was absolutely green.
Well, I guess when you're guilty, you tend to jump to conclusions.
Excuse me. Well, if it isn't the neighborhood bully.
All I'm doing is taking the necessary steps to respond to your attempt at blackmail.
So you're saying you don't care about Malone, is that it? You don't care if Capwell Enterprises is spread all over every daily in the country?
Oh, no, we plan to answer to the charges. But all of Mr. Malone's accusations are totally unfounded and unsubstantiated. Besides, a man's past is a little checkered. I doubt very much whether he would be considered a reliable source.
I suppose Jack Lee will do his damnedest to see that the case is tied up in the courts until hell freezes over, right?
You know, you should show a little more respect for Jack. You might learn a little bit from a real lawyer.
I'm a better lawyer than Jack Lee will ever be.
How could you be when you can't even see what's in front of you? You've allowed yourself to be used by this Gillis character, when you should have known from the outset that your case would never get off the ground. Oh, Mason, you've never had the ability to contact people and make the right kind of contacts. More and more, time and time again, you ignore the people that could help you. And you align yourself with losers. Well, birds of a feather. Isn't that what they say?
Whereas you, of course, are so remarkably perceptive. The almighty eyes are always open, always seeing who your true friends are. If you only knew how much wool had been pulled over them.
What are you talking about?
Oh, are you sure you want your dirty laundry aired in public, Dad? It might be pretty soiled, but if you insist...
You don't worry me, Mason. You've done all the damage you could possibly do.
Well, they're all the same. Lockridge, Capel, doesn't matter. They think they own us.
Steve, you'll get another job. Now, maybe this was meant to be.
Oh, that's it? That's the extent of your support? Hey, thanks, Mary.
All I'm saying is that ranting and raving at the Capitals is not going to get you your job back. Try and concentrate on something positive.
Positive? You tell me what's so positive in my life right now. Lost my job. My family's turned against me.
We haven't turned against you. What are you, crazy?
Don't you call me crazy. Mary, I'm sorry.
Christy.
What are you doing here?
I want to talk to you, all right?
No.
Christy.
No.
Christy, you have to tell me what's going on.
I can't.
Why? Why are you afraid of me?
Look, Ted, I've already told you too much. Just go home.
Christy, you wanted to warn me. That's why you called. Now, who did you want to warn me about? Who is out there?
Well, I think Lionel's out, but I'll certainly check.
Stop it, Augusta.
Did you tell Gina about Channing?
Gina? Why would I give Gina the time of day?
Well, obviously you told Gina something that shocked her, something that's made her very happy. You did. Didn't you, Augusta? She's dancing for joy right now.
All right, she knows and Mason knows, but they said they'd be quiet about it.
Why did you ever tell them? How could you possibly trust they'd keep that a secret?
I didn't want Gina to know. I didn't plan to tell her. She kept saying she knew the awful truth about Channing, and I assumed...
Gina and Mason are together right now. I've got to get over there.
Now look, before you say anything, I want to tell you that I've already thought about the things you said before, and I've been giving it my full consideration. I've been being as dispassionate as I possibly could be, weighing the pros against the cons. I know you think it'll be all right. I think it'd be a terrible mistake to start our married life in your family's house. Now, I know you say we'd have privacy and we'd... What's the matter?
It's my father. He's dying. Cruz, he's really dying.
No, baby.
Sit down, Dad. Trust me, you're gonna need a chair.
What is it you have to say?
All right, but promise me you won't engage in any more theatrics. You put on quite a show last time, lurching about, holding your head as if in pain.
Damn it, Mason, tell me or get out.
Fine. But you won't be so anxious to hear when you find out who it's about. See, Dad, it's a story about the two people that you love the most. The woman that you've always worshipped and admired, with whom you've finally been reunited after years of struggle, and her firstborn son.